Did you know that walking too much after the age of 70 might actually be doing more harm than good? It sounds impossible, right? For decades, doctors, experts, and health magazines have told us that walking is the best exercise for seniors. And in many ways, it still is. But what most people don't realize is that, after 70, your body doesn't respond to long walks the same way it did when you were 50 or 60. In fact, recent studies and doctors around the world are raising a serious warning. Too much walking for too long can quietly speed up aging in seniors. And I want to tell you about Robert, 75. Robert was always proud of how active he stayed. Every morning, without fail, he walked 10,000 steps around his neighborhood. He believed this routine was keeping him healthy, strong, and independent. But then, something unexpected happened. Over time, Robert began feeling weaker, not stronger. His legs lost muscle. His knees and hips started aching more than usual. And despite walking more than most people his age, he noticed he was getting tired faster, not less. When he finally went to see his doctor, the message shocked him. "Robert," his doctor said, "your long walks are burning calories, but they're also burning muscle. And without enough strength training or recovery, this could actually speed up the aging of your body." Robert couldn't believe it. How could walking something so healthy possibly lead to faster aging? That's exactly what this video is about. Because today, I'm going to share with you 4 hidden dangers of walking too much after 70 that most seniors have never heard of. But I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to help you walk smarter, protect your health, and show you what to do instead. Stay with me until the end, because the last tip might completely change the way you move your body after 70 and help you live not just longer, but better. The first hidden danger of walking too much after 70 is something that almost no one talks about. It's muscle loss. You see, walking is excellent for keeping your heart and lungs working well. It's good for circulation, it's gentle on the body, and it keeps you moving. But here's what many seniors don't know: walking alone doesn't build muscle. In fact, walking long distances without doing any strength exercises can slowly lead to muscle loss, especially in the legs and hips. That's exactly what happened to Robert, 75. Remember him? The man who was proud of walking 10,000 steps every day? His doctor explained something that completely changed the way he thought about exercise. He said, "Robert, walking burns energy, but it doesn't challenge your muscles enough to keep them strong. And after 70, we naturally lose muscle every year unless we fight to keep it." This is something many seniors experience without realizing it. One day you're walking comfortably, but a few months later, you start feeling like your legs are weaker. Climbing stairs gets harder. Standing up from a chair feels more difficult. And worst of all, balance becomes a problem. That's because muscles are your body's armor against aging. Without enough strength, even basic movements become risky. But here's the good news. Keeping your muscles strong doesn't mean lifting heavy weights at the gym. It can be as simple as adding small strength-building movements into your daily routine. Standing up and sitting down from a chair several times in a row without using your hands, using resistance bands at home, doing heel raises while holding onto a counter, or even slow bodyweight squats can help rebuild and protect your leg muscles. That's exactly what Robert started doing. And over time, not only did he feel stronger, but his walks became easier too, because his legs were finally supporting him the right way. Walking is good, but walking without strength is dangerous. And while losing muscle is a silent risk, the next danger is something much more painful, and it might already be affecting your body without you even realizing it. The second hidden danger of walking too much after 70 is something that most seniors know all too well, but they rarely connect it directly to walking. It's joint pain and inflammation. You see, walking is a repetitive motion. Every step you take puts pressure on your knees, hips, ankles, and lower back. And while your body can handle this pressure in short walks, walking for long distances every single day, especially without rest, can slowly wear down the joints. That's exactly what happened to Margaret, 74. Margaret loved her morning walks in the park. She would walk for nearly an hour, enjoying the fresh air and quiet time to herself. But over time, her knees started hurting more. She noticed swelling around her ankles. Her lower back felt stiff, especially after longer walks. At first, she thought it was just age catching up with her. But her doctor explained something important. He said, "Margaret, walking is wonderful, but too much, without variety or strength training, can lead to overuse injuries. Your joints need care just as much as your heart does." The problem is that most seniors don't mix up their movements. They walk on the same surfaces at the same speed, with the same posture, every single day. And that constant repetition can increase inflammation, cause pain, and in some cases, even lead to joint damage. That doesn't mean you should stop walking. It means you need to walk smarter. Try walking on softer surfaces when possible, like grass or dirt paths instead of hard concrete. Pay attention to your shoes. Good support makes a world of difference. And most importantly, give your body time to rest and recover between long walks. Margaret learned to listen to her body. She still walked often, but added rest days, gentle stretching routines, and strength exercises. And slowly, her pain decreased and walking became enjoyable again. And if you're still watching this video with me right now, that tells me you truly care about protecting your health. I'd love for you to click the like button. It really helps us share these messages with more seniors who need them too. Because while pain is a warning sign from your body, the next danger we'll talk about is even more serious. It can quietly stress the one organ you need to protect most, your heart. The third hidden danger of walking too much after 70 is one that surprises many seniors. It's not something you can see. It's not something you feel immediately. But over time, it can quietly put your life at risk. I'm talking about overworking a fragile heart. You see, walking is an aerobic exercise. That means it challenges your heart and lungs. And while this is a good thing in healthy amounts, walking long distances every day without knowing your limits can become dangerous, especially for seniors who already have heart conditions, high blood pressure, or other cardiovascular issues. Let me tell you about Edward, 76. Edward loved walking. It was part of his daily routine for years. But one summer afternoon, after walking longer than usual in the heat, Edward started feeling dizzy. His heart was racing. His breathing felt shallow. He had to sit down right there on the sidewalk. Thankfully, a neighbor helped him get home safely. Later at the doctor's office, Edward was told something shocking. His heart wasn't weak because he didn't walk enough. It was stressed because he had been walking too much without enough rest, hydration, or awareness of his limits. That's something many seniors don't realize. Walking is healthy, but after 70, your heart needs a balance between movement and recovery. Overdoing aerobic activity without strength training or rest days can lead to fatigue, irregular heartbeats, shortness of breath, and in severe cases, heart complications. So what's the smart way to walk? First, avoid walking long distances during the hottest parts of the day. Early mornings or late afternoons are safer. Always bring water with you. And most importantly, listen to your body. If you feel overly tired, dizzy, short of breath, or like your heart is racing too fast, stop immediately and rest. Edward learned to adjust. He still walks, but with shorter, more mindful sessions, plenty of hydration, and days of rest between longer walks. And now, his heart feels stronger and more stable than ever. But while walking can challenge your heart in dangerous ways, the next risk we're going to talk about can affect your entire body, especially your balance, your energy, and your independence. Because walking too much after 70 doesn't just stress your heart, it can drain your energy so deeply that your body begins to struggle even when you're not walking at all. The fourth hidden danger of walking too much after 70 is something many seniors feel, but often ignore. It's extreme fatigue, the kind that doesn't just make you tired for a little while, but stays with you for days. And along with that tiredness comes something even more dangerous for seniors: poor balance. That's exactly what happened to Helen, 79. Helen had always loved walking in her neighborhood. She would take long walks every evening, believing it was the best thing she could do for her health. But slowly, she noticed something strange. She started feeling more tired after her walks, not energized. Her legs felt heavy. Climbing the stairs at home became harder. And worst of all, she started feeling a little unsteady, even when standing still. One day, after returning from a long walk, Helen lost her balance while trying to take off her shoes. She didn't fall, but it scared her deeply. When she told her doctor about this, the explanation surprised her. He said, "Helen, your body isn't recovering from these walks the way it used to. Your muscles are getting tired, your nervous system is getting overwhelmed, and that's affecting your balance." That's what many seniors don't realize. Long walks might feel like they're helping, but if your body isn't recovering properly, you could be increasing your risk of falling, weakening your muscles, and draining your overall energy. After 70, balance is one of the most precious things you have. And when balance starts to fade, independence can disappear quickly. That's why walking needs to be combined with rest, strength exercises, and good recovery habits. Helen learned to walk for shorter periods, focus on good posture, and balance her walks with light strength training at home. And slowly, her energy improved, and her balance felt steadier than it had in months. And if you're still watching this video right now, that tells me you truly care about taking care of yourself the smart way. I'd love for you to click the like button. It helps this video reach more seniors like you who deserve to learn this too. Because now that you understand these dangers, it's time to talk about the part that most people forget. What should you actually do instead of walking too much after 70? And the answer might completely change the way you care for your body from now on. Now that you know the risks of walking too much after 70, I want to make one thing very clear. Walking is still a beautiful and healthy habit, but it cannot be your only form of exercise as you get older. The smartest seniors, the ones who stay strong, independent, and energetic after 70, all have one thing in common. They move their bodies in a balanced way. That's what Robert, Margaret, Edward, and Helen all learned the hard way. And it's exactly what I want you to have starting today. So what should you do instead of walking too much? First, keep walking, but walk smarter. Choose shorter walks that leave you feeling refreshed, not exhausted. Pay attention to how your body feels during and after the walk. And remember, it's better to walk for 15 or 20 minutes and feel strong than to walk for an hour and feel weak for the rest of the day. Second, add strength exercises into your routine. And don't worry, you don't need a gym or heavy weights. Simple movements at home, like standing up and sitting down from a chair several times, lifting small water bottles as weights, or even practicing balancing on one foot for a few seconds each day, can make a huge difference in your muscles and stability. Third, stretch and care for your joints. Gentle stretching in the morning or after walks can keep your body loose and flexible. Movements like arm circles, slow neck rolls, and stretching your legs and calves can protect your joints and prevent stiffness. Fourth, take recovery seriously. Drink plenty of water every day. Rest when your body feels tired. And never feel guilty for needing a slower day. And finally, always listen to your body. It's the best guide you have. The goal is not to stop walking. The goal is to keep walking for many years to come, but in a way that protects your strength, balance, energy, and most importantly, your independence. Because when you move smarter, not harder, you give your body the best chance to live not just longer, but better. But before we finish, let me leave you with one final thought. Because walking smarter is important, but what really matters most is the way you treat your body, your time, and your life after 70. Let me share that with you now. Do you remember Robert, the 75-year-old man who was so proud of walking 10,000 steps every single day? When his doctor told him that his long walks were actually speeding up his aging, it shocked him. But looking back now, Robert says it was one of the best lessons of his life. Because Robert didn't stop walking. He learned to walk smarter. He shortened his walks, added small strength exercises at home, took better care of his joints, and most importantly, he gave his body the rest and recovery it deserved. And today, at 78, Robert says he feels better than he did at 70. His legs are stronger. His balance is steady. His energy lasts longer. And his favorite thing? He can still go for a peaceful walk every morning, not because he forces himself, but because his body feels ready for it. And that's what I hope for you too. Getting older doesn't mean giving up what you love. It means learning to do it in a way that protects your health, your independence, and your joy. Walking is still a beautiful gift, but after 70, it needs to be balanced with strength, rest, flexibility, and care. Because your body after 70 is wise. It's experienced, and it deserves to be treated like the incredible story it carries. Now, I would love to know something from you. Of all the things we talked about in today's video, losing muscle, joint pain, heart stress, balance problems, or smart movement strategies, which one caught your attention the most? Which part made you stop and think, this is something I really need to take care of? Please share it with me in the comments below. I read every single one, and I love knowing what helped you the most. And if this video brought you any value, I'd be so grateful if you click the like button. It helps this message reach more seniors who deserve to stay strong, safe, and independent. And of course, if you'd like to receive more videos like this, full of stories, advice, and lessons for life after 60, I'd love for you to subscribe to this channel. You are so welcome here. Because life after 70 is not about doing more. It's about doing better. And I truly hope you keep walking, wisely, gently, and always with pride. Thank you so much for being here.